Hi, welcome back to the Uptown Worsted Afghan Knitalong, and this week's block is a variation on a plaid pattern. So this is what the finished block is going to look like, and today I'm going to show you how to work these long stitches that you see here. So here is my little swatch that I've started, and I'm going to add in a second color now. So when you get to the point in the pattern, if you're following the chart where it says that it's like that loopy looking thing with the three, that triple wrapped stitch, and you're instructed to knit that stitch by wrapping the yarn around 3 times. So instead of doing a normal knit stitch, what I'm going to do is instead of wrapping once, I'm going to go 2, 3 times. So there are 3 wraps on the needle, pull it through the stitch, and do that one more time for good measure. 3 times around the needle, through the stitch. And so the reason for those extra wraps is because it is going to give extra length to your stitch. So, because if you'd only wrapped once and you tried to, carry it up your work for too long, it would pull on the fabric. So those extra wraps give it a chance to sort of extend. So then on the following rows, you'll be slipping that stitch. So all stitches in this block are slipped with the yarn to the wrong side of the work. So now that I'm on the wrong side, it'll be in front because it's gonna keep that float on the back. So I'm just gonna slip that stitch, allowing all of those extra wraps to drop. So in the actual pattern itself, you'd have a few more plain rows in there, but just for the sake of learning purposes here, I just did a couple more rows, and eventually you're going to come back with that same color that you have the long stitch with, and you are going to, at long last, knit that stitch, securing it in place. And that's pretty much it. You'll notice for the pattern repeat, you'll be working the long stitch on the exact same stitch that you long stitched however many rows below. So you can follow the pattern, but you can also visually see which stitch to work the long stitch on. If you're a reader of your knitting, like I like to be, you can just work back to the place where you see the long stitch, work another long stitch, and off you go.